Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Promo Observer. I'm Dr. Quack, and tonight we're going to be discussing Wrestling Geeks and Pariahs. We're going to be discussing the Best of the Best 3 show, and we're also going to be discussing the Foundation Destiny show. But I can't do this alone. I got two people here with me right now. I'm going to bring them on. Ladies and gentlemen, A-List Alverson.
I don't know why you keep inviting me here. I offer zero insight, and I'm old and I'm tired, and it's 10 o'clock. But how you doing, Mr. Quack?
Oh, I am doing wonderful. And don't forget, we also got the man here, Iceman, Bobby Miller.
What's going on? What's going on? I told y'all I was going to be ready right on time.
I seen it, man. we're waiting for our fourth counterpart. He'll be joining us. But here, let me start with you, Ryan. Yeah.
Ryan Balvarez.
Right, Ryan Balvarez in the house. Let me start with you. What did you think about these two shows? What was the big impression you got out of this?
I don't think the shows were bad. It was that they were good shows with not so great things intertwined in there. You know, I can tell that they're learning some things, and they're also leaning on some things that we've been talking about, not letting up on. But overall, they weren't bad. I've definitely seen worse.
Seen worse? A-List?
Listen, Mr. Quack, I can't even comment on the content because the distribution was so bad. All right, we're talking about WGP going on Super Bowl Sunday, hours late, with all kinds of malfeasance and malfunctions up in the way there. And then the Foundation Promo League, you know, been on YouTube for 3 years now, still can't crack 100 views a show. But it doesn't matter what these guys are doing. They can't put it out to the public. That's just my opinion.
We got him here now. Ladies and gentlemen, let me bring him on, Mr. Ultra Ego Bones.
Baby? Where you at, Beast Mode?
Beast Mode.
I'm sure he'll be on in a minute. But going back to what A-List said, yeah, the logistics was a little off, especially with WGP going up against. I thought it was going to be like earlier in that day or something. Why would you go up against football Super Bowl Sunday with Kendrick Lamar going on at halftime?
You're already getting judged, Bones. Look at the comment.
I got a green screen. I just haven't picked it up yet. My fault. It's cool. It's that old Bones. It's that y'all know I'm not going to be on time for the show, Bones.
I was so trying to fill some time a little bit. We did get a little silent waiting on your grand entrance, my dude.
Well, let's get into it. Who the fuck booked the promo show on Super Bowl Sunday?
We're going to get into that. First, we're going to get into Foundation here because they came up first, and this was the Destiny show. We'll start with you, Bobby Miller, on this. We'll talk about Jay Briggy taking on Don Krypton.
Okay. Cool opening. It was a lot of history in that match. I could say that. And Bones, you know, we've had this conversation about me and history and everything. There was a lot of history in that match. I liked it. Briggy, I respect Briggy. It's one of those things where, and this is for another show, that's another match that's on that show too. But it's one of those things where it's a style. It's a style thing. If you like Briggy style, you love Briggy. If you're not too used to that style, you might find them a little drier than normal. But I respect Briggy's style and what he does.
That's the biggest statement ever. If you like this person, if you like X person style, then you're gonna like X person. Like, yes,
I'm just saying, if you like that certain style, then you love Briggy. It's
I get
a style
you
thing.
Yeah.
That was
leave him alone, man. Don came out swinging too. I really like Don's promo in that too. They did what they were supposed to do for that belt and the story that they was trying to tell for that belt. So I liked it. I gave it a 3.5 when we did our
A-list.
You know, when you do these callback matches like this one here and one that we see in the WGP show, right? You want to structure this in a way that tips the hat to the people that have been on the journey with you the entire time. We're talking about Jay Briggy being the Havoc champion 3-4 years ago now, right? And if you put too much of that effort into that sequence, you're not tipping your hat to the people that have been on the journey. You're alienating the people who haven't. So all of a sudden, you got this match that's written in a language that none of us read. And that's something that you have to be very careful for. Both of these men are very good artists and good at their craft. But the structure of this match, it just wasn't what it needed to be.
Okay. Do you have any stars for this?
Hi there, a guy who hasn't been there on the journey speaking.
Go ahead.
I will back up everything he said because it took so much away from this match that I pretty much need to catch. I felt like I needed to catch up to be involved in the match. You got to get your entire viewership. Is how I feel about it. Like you got to cover the whole ground. You can do that, but you need to like also bring everybody else in, or like get me up to speed real fast and then do some other shit. That's personally for me. And I still went high stars on this to me. Like I still went 3.25.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I love this match. Don Krypton is Don Krypton. And Briggy, I fuck with Briggy. Even though in kayfabe, Briggy is my buddy, but in real life, I really do fuck with Briggy promos. As Bobby said, like the style, I guess I'm one of the people who actually fuck with that style.
Yeah, his style, real hard hitting, real smash mouth, no frills, no gimmicks, unless he wants to bring out the donkey sometimes. But Jay Briggy himself, no gimmicks, no frills. He just gonna punch you in the mouth. That's what he does.
It's a brutality versus the softer side of Don Krypton. He doesn't come out and scream, but yet his words they come at you like daggers, and they come out. This one makes this an interesting match. I went 3.5 on this. This was definitely a great match to watch. But here you go. Let's go into your match there, A-List. You and the Blunt Man. 2 out of 3 falls.
2 out of 3 falls, and if Blunt Man hadn't won the first one, you wouldn't have wanted to see the rest of it. The way this progressed was something that was worth watching. And every fall.
I ain't lost weight. I don't know what are you looking at. My bad, A-List. My bad.
It's all good.
Go ahead, A-List, please.
Anyway, so yeah, it's like I said, the structure was there, the build was there. You had the underdog going in for the title, getting the early fall, and the story kind of wrote itself after that. I think it was match of the night.
Match of the night.
What match is that?
Match of the night.
What match we talking about?
I was in all night.
A-List versus Blunt Man, man.
Blunt Man showed up. I'll say that much. No, actually, I will agree. This is actually my match of the night. I think I gotta remember. It's so fuzzy for me putting it in order. What was the main event? I'm pretty sure. No, it was one. What was the one before that? The good one.
Master of Illusion versus Knighton.
Oh, okay, cool. This was the match of the night. Bobby, don't you? Oh, you're in a Destiny match. That's what.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, this was match of the night for sure. For reasons we'll get on to get into. Yeah. I love the A-List. This felt like some cocky ass A-List promo to me. Like this shit just felt like okay. this just felt like A-List put himself on with A-List. When I see A-List promos, sometimes I don't feel like A-List puts himself on another level from everybody else. Sometimes I feel like A-List plays with the food. Sometimes I feel like A-List goes down to the competition depending on who he's facing. This is one of those ones where A-List just looked at his opponent and said, nah, you're not the one, brother. And that's that's the energy that exuded from A-List on this promo as it slowly tightened in on his face. So, no homo. I feel like that needed no homo. I'm not sure why. It just felt necessary. Something about tightening in on his face. But
ew.
I will say this, Blunt Man. I think Blunt Man had a real good, like I said, match of the night, not just promo of the night. I feel like Blunt Man had a real good promo. I feel like this was a good match altogether. Everything you could ask for. To me, especially at that point in the card, like that's the trash part of the card. So like this way exceeds the trash part of the card.
What I liked about Blunt Man's promo, it felt like, and I'm starting to see this in a lot of people now, the babyface inspirational style promo. Like they're starting to build themselves up, like they're getting ready for the big fight, and with Balboa over here or something. And that's something that he's starting to perfect. I'm seeing this. A-List, like you said, pretty much just took his left hand and smacked the shit out of him and said, no, I'm not losing this match. But that's where it made it close, man. It was like, damn, this guy might have a shot to win this. Like the believability was right there.
Yeah, this is the best I've seen from Blunt Man. He's getting better from the last time I've seen him on my screen.
Oh, he's consistently getting better.
Yes.
Like he's one of those bottom guys going up there. I can't wait to meet when he gets up there.
Yeah, I think he's slowly becoming my favorite Puerto Rican.
Yeah,
Puerto Rican.
Ramboa. Those are not the thoughts and opinions of the Promo Observer, Rambo.
Currently.
I know you out there watching,
Rambo is not here. Rambo is not here. Currently.
We miss him, man.
Yeah, we do miss Rambo.
The rest of us miss you, Rambo.
I went 3.75. This was my match of the night as well.
Oh, look, we got Wapo here.
I love you, Wapo. Cold-blooded cartel. Stay tuned.
I believe it's 3. I believe I gave it 3.5.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I believe it's about right.
And here you go, Bones. Let's go into your favorite match. Master of Illusions taking on Knighton.
Everybody gave a much higher score than I did. This shit felt too goofy to me, bro. I don't know. It felt like they were trying too hard to not be, like trying too hard to, I don't know, like you can be goofy, but you gotta be goofy when you're goofy. Like you can't be serious and be goofy. Like your serious shit can't be goofy. And that's what the problem, that's what the disconnect lies. Like you want me to take this shit seriously while it's goofy as fuck. And sometimes in the promo world, goofy shit works. We talk about Super Swamp Donkey, but like this was like watching the Undertaker, but like when I was a kid pretending to be the Undertaker.
I mean, that's Massive Illusion style for you. And there's another
recently Massive Illusion has given me much better than this though. Like I don't know how recently, but there's been times where I'd be like, that's why I want to fucking see. This was not one of the times. That was when I don't want to fucking see.
You mentioned the Undertaker, man. You forgot he was taking on his brother Kane with all the red in that damn camera, man. I'm like, good God, man.
It was too much with the fucking effects, man. Like the effects were so goofy, it took away.
Direct contrast with Bones, I think I like this better than the rest of y'all. It's still the worst match on the card. I still gave it the lowest score on the card.
You gave the high score to all four of us.
Yeah, it's still the worst match on the card. But I enjoyed it better than I thought I was going to enjoy. I think that's what it was. Master of Illusions, it wasn't his best, but he did all of his Master of Illusions stuff that you kind of expect in a Master of Illusions match. And Knighton, he came in, he told a little bit of history and everything. And like Haywood said, I don't think it was goofy.
Oh, look at this.
The red. He's
is this breaking news?
Breaking news.
Again? For what?
Again. I don't even want to know.
We're gonna have to have a sub conversation about why Foundation can't keep anybody.
Oh God. Is that a new show?
Watch out, man.
Oh God.
Why? It's not a Foundation thing. That is a Master of Illusion thing.
Permanent this time.
Well, you heard it here first, guys. Master of Illusion is fired.
Good luck in your future endeavors is basically what this said there. Yes.
Who won this match?
Well,
I don't know.
I think Knighton won.
Okay, good.
It came down to a fourth judge.
Yeah, that one got me mad. Really how do you get this to a fourth judge? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt like it was I did feel like this was a clear win for Knighton.
Yes.
I'll say that much. I felt like it was a clear win for Knighton. I don't know how we got to the fourth judge. There's a lot of wonky ass shit that be going on with this judging.
Oh look, they got Blunt Man. They don't need nobody else in Foundation.
We'll talk. I got more to say about the judging later on.
Go ahead.
That's for WGP.
Get in my inbox, Haywood, so I know what you're talking about. We'll talk later.
Night and one. We'll talk later. A-List, you got anything to say on that match?
Well, it was good to see Knighton back again. We haven't seen him for a good while and a half. And Master of Illusion did what Master of Illusion does. And what that is dress up like something crazy and just be himself. And until he grows out of that shell, that's all Master of Illusion is ever going to be. Sometimes his stuff hits better because it flows better, but he is never anything more than a man in a costume cutting a promo. And that's why he can't have long-term success.
Don't forget the face. Don't forget the filters.
Yeah, I like Knighton's promo. It's just that red. I'm serious. Like when that thing came on the TV, I had to go leave the other room to listen to this promo. I couldn't see it. It was really just hitting my eyes. It was like, man,
no lie.
Red.
No lie, that red
whole
made
thing
me
is
angry.
the one thing that bothered me about Master of Illusion. And a lot of guys that try certain gimmicks that require them to be dark or require them to have some type of mystique, they feel like they have to slow their delivery like all the way down, and it does nothing but drag it. Like there's a fine line that you got to find when you're doing that.
If you are going to be macabre or supernatural, don't talk like a regular ass person, but slower. That's
basically
that's the lesson.
Oh God!
You still got to make your stuff flow.
Yeah, we actually forgot one here. Let's talk about this JTA segment. This happened before the match. How do you feel about this? You've got JTA taking on Jay the Ace, taking on Don Krypton, Foundation title.
First time. I wish we would have done it on BWO first, but I'm looking forward to that match. That's a match that's long overdue. They both
you got a winner in this?
Predicting the winner? Man, if JTA give us that JTA that I know JTA can give us, I'm gotta go with JTA if I'm giving a prediction. If he give us what I know he can give us.
You got one, A-List?
Yep. Here's the issue that I have. It's another case of known characters that aren't written into the story yet. This is Jay the Ace's first match, and the contract negotiations were a demand for the Foundation Championship. We need to color in this conflict a little better. Otherwise, I just have to take it at surface level if I haven't followed the story, that this guy is good enough to have his first match for the title. That being said, I think he'll take it.
Yes.
Well,
Jay the Ace is that's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah,
Jay the Ace for Don Krypton meeting.
If there's any guys that you would just pick up out of nowhere, besides me, obviously, and just say, hey, this guy can be a championship match, Jay the Ace is kind of that guy. Because one thing about him, he's going to give 100% of everything, every match. So he's kind of the guy that you would do that with, besides me, obviously.
Can I give a little positive here? Because I got to say, Hunter Matthews did a good job with all these segments leading up to this. He really did. That was one of his best roles.
Do we have a soundboard?
We don't.
I don't have one, man.
Okay, everybody clap at the same time.
Everybody clap, yay!
Okay.
Hey, Lee, you an asshole, man.
I was clapping the loudest.
The A in A-List is for asshole.
All right, let's get to that main event here, Destiny match. Bobby, you want to take us through this one?
So how many of us was in here? 5 of us.
5-ish.
At the end of the day, I love everybody in the match and all of that. It was really a 2 promo show, maybe 3, 2 and 2.5. Franklin Benjamin was the half. This was really me and Vagabond once the promos aired. No love lost to everybody else. This was the me and Vagabond show. Vagabond. If I didn't come with all the bells and whistles, Vagabond would have easily won that one. That's one that I can say. Vagabond came hard on that promo.
Oh,
did it. Hey, I caught it. Nah.
Okay, you got it. You talked when he came hard.
What did Vagabond do to that promo?
He killed it.
Oh, okay.
And of course, I had
Who all was in this besides Vagabond and Bobby?
Franklin Benjamin, Wapo, and Pretty Petty Peterson.
Franklin Benjamin was straight too.
Yeah,
that's why I said a 2.5, 3 match promo.
I like Pretty Petty Peterson. Though. He came out with some good stuff.
I've watched so many multi-man matches these past couple of days. They all kind of bleeding together with so many of the same people in them. I want to say that Wapo did pretty good here, but this might have been the other one that I like Wapo in. But
Wapo's other one was better.
At the end of the day, this was just Bobby Miller versus Vagabond versus Franklin Benjamin. I'll say his name does be in that conversation too.
I know what I wanted to say about this match. Go ahead, finish.
Oh, and finishing up, I would just want to say I can't wait to see where PPP goes.
Yeah,
he got potential.
I feel like this is a great start.
The thing about this match, it could have been a bigger match. I feel like they gave the way that they booked the preliminary matches. It could have been bigger. They could have mixed up the matches some because you gave away me and A-List Alverson too, and then you gave away DB versus Franklin Benjamin again as qualifying matches when they could have kind of been mixed up a little because like the other qualifying match was what? Pretty Petty Peterson versus Alpha. Like some of them could have been mixed around a little bit more, and like think of a Destiny match with me, A-List, DB, and Franklin Benjamin and Vagabond instead.
True, that was a pretty poor booking decisions. Even when I seen it happen, like why?
That's the only con that I got about that. But the match was still pretty good, even though it was the me and Vagabond show. I still gave it a 3. I think it still was good. I mean, I don't like toot my own horn really, but I think I want to say promo of the night.
I want to say, Haywood, y'all, you're the bookers. Y'all don't have to make it randomized. Like if WWE started randomizing shit, it would be terrible. If they literally was like, all right, we're gonna really let you guys pick numbers for the Royal Rumble out. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't work out too well. It would be pretty bad.
Hey, let's go.
You don't owe the football anything.
Hey, Liz, what you got to say, man?
But look,
we haven't let you talk.
You have a main event matchup that promises a shot at the world title. And if you had all the other champions in that match, it really kind of defeats the purpose of even having the ladder match, right? Then you're just having a free-for-all with a free shot at the end of it. So as much as I can understand the Destiny match would be better if it had some of the other guys that got knocked out of qualifying in it, I think the premise of the Destiny match was really set up for you to win it, Bobby. You had to be the one to go in there and take the briefcase so you have a shot at the title because you didn't have one. Vagabond is the Blueprint champion, has been the Blueprint champion. There isn't a reason for him to win this match, right? Franklin Benjamin been flirting with the FTW title. He did well, but there isn't really a reason for him to win this match. He has a championship. He's representing that segment of the market. Pretty Petty Peterson, never been in a main event match before, brand new to the deal. So you can't expect him to overperform on this. So, I mean, it was kind of a dead giveaway, but y'all did it well. That's my review on it.
It was a good match. I gave it a 3, so I ain't got no real gripes about it.
I think I went 3.25.
Yeah, it was a good match, man. It was overall in general, and I agree with you on that. I think Vagabond and you were right there head to head. I liked what they did. I liked what Pretty Petty Peterson and Franklin Benjamin did there as well. El Wapo was in there, but it was just there's a lot of strong competition. These multi-man matches, and that's where I kind of feel for Wapo because you got all this extra going around. It wasn't his night on these.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look. We got, wow, thanks, a 3.
Yeah, I got to remember that a 3 is a strong, well, at least for me anyway. I don't know about
3 is good.
3 used to be way better than we would do. So, overall, about this show actually, I think was really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think there was really like any super standout classic matches in it, or like I'm probably never gonna go watch it again, to be honest. But
It wasn't
I
nothing.
enjoyed watching it.
Yes.
I absolutely enjoyed watching it. It didn't feel like a slog fest at any point. So straight through, I actually had a good time watching this show. Most shows I'm not going to go back and watch ever again. So that's not even really a knock. So like this was a good start for the season to me.
Yeah, definitely.
Foundation had definitely set everything off good. And
For
going
sure.
and also this not like a super important thing. You know what I mean? Like as far as shows, this is not like a super important show where it should be like multiple classes on it. It did what it's supposed to do.
It was
And
a tone setter.
the
It was a
Destiny
good
match in there, and it
spot
was
to build on.
right. It was a solid Destiny match. So I'm good with the show. I liked it.
Yeah.
I think I gave this show a 3.5.
I
Yeah,
gave it a
3.25.
3.25.
No, I gave it 3.25. I did.
You gave it 2.5. I gave it 3.5. Yeah, I liked it. I thought this was a great show.
I'll actually bump that up to a 3.5 after thinking about it. I'm willing to say this show was 3.5.
A-list, you got a score on this?
Yeah, I'll go 3.25 on it. You know, it was fun to watch the matches, and you got a good grip on what's going to happen next, and nothing was overtly insulting to me.
Overtly insulting. Okay.
And one of the things that I said about they're learning some things, Foundation is learning that sometimes less can be more. There wasn't 9 matches on the card.
You brought
They
up
did
judging
good.
earlier.
What's that?
You brought up judging earlier. Did you want to expand on that?
No, not yet. It's not time.
Okay. I want to make sure it was right there. So yeah, there we go. There's the Foundation side. Now let's get to the WGP best of the best 3, the Bob 3. And we got SNES and the Founding Father opening this up. Bones, you want to take this one?
Should have been. Well, I get it. I get it. Why the? You know what? I don't get it. Now I think about it. This is not the other one. Why the fuck was this not the main event?
Anybody
Like,
want to answer?
when it was explained to me, Bobby was explaining to me like, well, you know, when we do the Golden Mike goes last. But this was the best of the best 3. Was that the best of the best match or something? Was that the name of the match? Best? They just renamed it something else when they seen it. and put SNES versus Founding Father in the main event. We got a huge title change.
There you go.
That felt super important as far as if you've been following the SNES character, you know, like that story in and of him going old Founding Father and becoming the WGP champion is fucking big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And we just start the show off like that shit. Like that shit should have been last. I get it if it's not last to be first.
We got to take a poll here. Who here hates the Founding Father? Raise your hand.
Hate the strong.
Founding Father.
Hate is strong for me, but I feel like I hated it being the fucking world champion.
Yeah, I'm with Bones on that.
Being the world champion, I'm up there.
I hated that. I've never been silent
Founding
about
Father
that.
has his place,
and also I never felt like it won. So I feel like it has a nice place in the middle of the card.
Yeah,
but I feel like it was a good thing for SNES to overcome, though. It was the perfect foil for SNES, I guess, because it was SNES overcame it, and somehow SNES and A-List are the champion right now. I don't.
SNES and Virus, get it right.
All right. So someone like me who barely knows what that means. If I can imagine if you didn't have no clue what the why is the Green Ranger here?
Yeah, I got briefed up on Virus about a year ago, so I kind of understood what was going on a little bit.
Yeah, we did about the same time. So
yeah, so I get what was going on. It was still a strong promo. I liked it. That was one of SNES is doing my favorite. This is my favorite version of SNES. He's doing the best work of his career.
He turned the corner. Like his if you always talked about what was bad about SNES, it was that he couldn't show emotions at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Quack should have like 1/3 of that title too, for talking so much shit to SNES that he changed and started having emotions. Like as far as I'm concerned, WGP title is being held by 66% of the promo observer. That promo from SNES was great. This is the first time I'm going to talk about judging. That shit was a blowout. That shit was a blowout. It wasn't close. That shit was a fucking blowout.
Yeah, I was
That was
surprised it was as close as what it was. Yeah. I thought he should have won by more, but the right person did win.
I heard from what I seen, there was 2 ties for some reason, 2 judges. Y'all need to name them judges, but y'all need to fucking fire them because y'all almost lost Bone. I'm gonna tell you right now, if I watched that promo against Founding Father and then it said Founding Father had won that, I would have quit WGP. At the minimum, what I would have did was never compete in a title match again because I don't know how to win because better doesn't win. I wouldn't even fucking know what to do. I would have been upset. I'm upset about the fact that 2 people tied that match. I don't see how. Don't release their names, but release them from the payroll.
Hey,
look, I'm gonna reverberate the sentiment that Bones put out there. You have a brand new champion in the world title match up first, but like it's not like this plays out live and we don't know what's going to happen until it does. Why are you opening the show with a new champion? That is even if the other match is supposed to be the marquee, they've had the Money in the Bank match first at Money in the Bank, right? You have a world title change. And then when you go into what SNES did here, again, I spoke earlier about reaching down a little too deep into the bag, right? Pulling virus out from 2022 and saying, I shot a needle into myself and that guy's still in me. It was great.
Whoa!
Yeah, no, that's how the whole thing went. That's how
the guy still in.
Chill, man.
Anyway, that's exactly how it played out. You weren't there. You don't need to know. It just is. He wants to assume that everything that has happened is in the front of everybody's mind. Again, give a nod to people that have taken the journey with you. Don't alienate those that haven't. Now, the Founding Father, I don't think he was close in winning this, but I can see where a judge might just weigh the disparity and say, okay, the story that SNES told is championship worthy, but the inflections and characterizations of the Founding Father are better than SNES on the whole. Even though what he says is nonsense and his message is garbage, the mannerisms that he uses are more animated and thus easier to get involved with than the guy that's standing there being very serious about everything he says.
I mean, never mind. I don't know what he's talking about, but you can figure it out.
Okay.
Okay.
I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I went 3.5 stars on that match. I enjoyed that match. I did. I was happy for SNES. I was like, all right, he overcame the odds, man.
And me saying that SNES whooped his ass is not indicative of me saying that the Founding Father promo wasn't good. I did go 3.5 stars on that. No, 3.25 stars on that.
I went 3.25 as well.
Yeah. And then, all right, here we go. We had AEP with a long pause taking on Drunk Bones. Bones, you want to talk about that one?
I'd like to go last. I'd like to see what my
Okay. Who wants to start that one? Anybody?
Let's go
Bones
first.
did what Bones need to do, and then I was happy to see it happen. AEP is a mixed bag of tricks. I've seen enough of them, too much of them, not enough of them either way. I loved seeing what happened to Bones. That's it.
Oh yeah, this I enjoyed this match, man. AEP going AEP wherever AEP is at. AEP is a treasure. I say this every time we review an AEP match. AEP never change. Never change. Man. AEP is gonna do his thing. AEP is funny as hell. He's entertaining. I don't know what it is about the man. He's entertaining as hell. Bones, of course, I know the backstory and everything, but watching before I even knew everything, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the ride. I enjoyed how y'all came together with that and brought Beast Mode Bones back in the story with that. You told a very good story and you intertwined everything that you needed to intertwine as far as your opponent. You didn't let that story overshine your opponent either. I thought it was a good match.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. AEP did his homework a little bit, especially with the alcohol. He was talking about it. doing good with that. And then Bones came with
Didn't
his promo.
ain't that the promo where he slammed the bottle down?
Yes.
He went, that man went hard, man.
I love the AEP. I love the AEP promo. I really did. I thought that shit was great. Like maybe not a great promo, but I know that like I can't say it was a classic or anything like that, but I really liked it a lot to watch. As far as the Bones promo goes, I'm gonna talk about this as an outsider looking in, and probably as my biggest critic. It seems like Bones and Trevor knew what they wanted to do to get to a certain point and didn't figure out how the fuck to do it until they got in front of the camera. That shit was like very stall worthy. It made me cringe. I really didn't like it. But I mean, it got the point done. Bones won, which is most important because had he done all that and lost, Beast Mode Bones would have been dead in the water before the run starts. So it hit the note that the Bones promo hit the note that it was supposed to hit, and they got Drunk Bones out of here with a quick little story.
Yeah, it came across better than what you think.
I believe you, but it's one of those promos I don't like to watch again.
Yeah, you read that right. Please, somebody read that.
The pause was tribute.
Jesus.
Blackout at Super Bowl when the power went out.
By the way, we didn't even start off by talking about that. Rewind.
Go ahead.
Why on earth did you book a Super Show on Super Bowl Sunday? Now you may have done that. You may have done that on accident. Once you realize you did on accident, why didn't you change the day? Like it's not like you actually have a time slot that you paid for. You had a choice. You had an option. You could have did it on Friday. You could have did it on Monday. You could have did it on Saturday. You could have did it on Tuesday. You could have did it on Thursday. You could have did it on Wednesday. You could have postponed the whole week. You had so many options of things you could have done. They
could have did it that day. They could have did it that day. Just do it earlier.
That's still been a bad idea. That would have been a better idea. Still been a bad idea. You know why I didn't do it earlier? They probably didn't have a host available because it's Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday takes the whole day for most people, especially if your team's in Super Bowl.
Okay.
It's a whole day thing. Okay. Any day. It was a horrible idea.
Lucky for y'all. Next day.
Lucky for y'all, it was a blowout, and you could put it on after the first half. Like y'all need to be thanking Jalen Hurts and all the defensive backs in the defensive line of the Eagles.
The show was better than the Super Bowl.
That Super Bowl was a disaster, man.
You lucked out. It still was a horrible call, though.
Horrible. Huh?
Well, where we at? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to start with this. I'm going to talk about Hector Flores taking on Johnny Canada because I've been seeing these guys throughout the weeks. I've been watching them here on the WGP shows. You know, I think they've done a great job building their matches. These are two young up-and-comers that are really trying to build and trying to get better. I give them 2.5. I mean, of course, there's room for improvement, but this was a good spot for the match because it was a good cool down from when Bones came out there in AEP. That was a good spot in between these two.
Let me go real quick because I gotta go do something. So it's gonna take me like 3 to 5 minutes. Real quick. What's the name of the Sunday night show? Because I don't even know what the name of it is.
Sunday Night Fury.
Yeah. Real quick, put this shit on Fury.
Damn.
This was I gave it a 2. I gave it 2.25. It was, and that's saying a lot for me because it was way better than I expected it to be. Way better than I expected it to be. The Johnny Canada guy, I had never seen him promo. He was weirdly entertaining to me. Like I don't know what it was. It was weirdly entertaining. He was way better than I thought he was going to be. And Hector Flores is showing some improvement. He's showing some improvement. I've seen promos where he struggled to get through. In that one, he at least had a story that he tried to tell, and it came across okay. This match was okay. It was okay.
Yeah. A-list.
Look, it is damn near 10:45 my time. I'm just going to come out and say I did not watch this match. I can't even lie to you about it.
Fair.
Okay. Yeah, here, I just got to say this real quick. Look, Sunday Night Fury shows, please, there are a lot of people in the back that can be booked on these shows. There are many people, including newcomer Johnny Blade. Can you get him on the show? You know, can you get Tyler Drummond out there on the show? Can you get some of these guys that people are excited to see on the show? There you go. There you go.
True,
That's my
true.
man. A-list. Here you go. I'm gonna go with you on this promo Unity Battle Royal interpromotional match.
The interpromotional match with everybody that represents their own peace of mind here. First, unfortunately, we had some backdrop backouts of this one. It's good to get a little flavor of each territory with this, and I like it. I like it for what it was, but again, I was very distracted during this entire show with the fact that it was on with the biggest sporting event of the year concurrently, and it was kind of hard to keep my attention during the duration.
Here I am again, huh? Another match. Everybody that showed up had pretty good promos. I didn't dislike anybody's promo in this one. This is one of the ones where I feel like the wrong person won, and AT gonna give me shit on this one because he feels like I'm always picking on him. But I would have went Lifeless with this one, man. Lifeless impressed me a lot. He came out to the promo verse and he had a strong showing for the home team BWO. I definitely feel like he had the strongest promo out of everybody. You know, of course I did my thing. AT did his thing. I can understand why they would pick AT to win that one. AT, his showmanship is great.
Yes.
AT presents himself phenomenally. No matter what he gets on the camera and says, he's gonna present himself phenomenally. But my pick was Lifeless.
So was this the best of the best battle royal?
No, this was the promo Unity.
Yeah.
This was the one from every promotion where
You see the flaw in this book in here? It's a terrible flaw.
I see what you're doing.
To do two of these. It confused the shit out of me. That's why I stopped watching it. I was confused about what was even the main event. And then when I found out what the main event was, I still was confused because I didn't think it was a multi-man match. I thought it was a Trent match. Because it was like the WGP matches up. And I was like, I couldn't thought Trent. Like, okay, I'll come back and watch that shit later. It's Trent.
But Black Plague, can you please watch Lifeless's promo? Maybe learn something how to do this if you're gonna have a voice changer and use a gimmick like that. You know,
Lifeless is goated in that shit. Lifeless is goated on that shit.
Yeah, and he came a long way because he didn't always do it good.
So yeah, that match was cool, bro. I didn't think none of y'all niggas was amazing, actually, to be honest with you. If anything, y'all let me down.
Yeah. Iron Bison not showing up, of course, and that kind of sucked. I think it would have added to it.
Yeah, I don't know why he dropped out. And I want to know why he dropped out. Like, come on, man.
Because he didn't feel like working that day. That's how it goes.
It was an easy win. All you gotta do is be good.
Hey, man, you ain't gonna sit here and act like I wasn't good.
Yes, Chef. Bones is bones everywhere. My shit, I don't have the patience or the wherewithal to have 50 different personalities or tell a different story in different. Once I change in one spot, I changed in BWO. I changed on the promo observer. Everywhere. It all happens at once. If y'all don't watch, I'll fill you in.
All right, we got two more matches here. Whoever wants to take this one, Trevor Robinson taking on Master Sean Puff, Havoc title.
Match of the night.
Match of the night.
Match of the weekend.
Match of the weekend.
I mean, they didn't happen the same weekend. Though.
Match of, you know what I'm trying to say. Match of the both of the shows.
Match of the month. I think that's what that would end up being.
There you go.
Yes, and I gotta say, Trevor Robinson, you did impress me, sir. You impressed me. But like I said, Master Sean Puff was gonna win, and I got my win on that one.
I felt like Trevor won that, but I'm also not mad that he lost.
It was a very good fight. I loved it.
Man, I got Master. I got Master on that. Kind of clear. Man, Master showed up. That was my favorite Master promo of all the ones that he's done under that gimmick. That was my favorite one.
It was mine too. It didn't change anything about how I felt about him losing.
Trevor could have
Oh, no.
Trevor could have hit him harder. Trevor could have had a little more bite behind his words. And I've seen Trevor have a little bit more bite behind his words.
Yeah.
Also, what was brought to my attention, what I noticed too, and it was kind of annoying to me, and I feel like I should be reflecting some type of judgment or something. I don't know how you do this, but Trevor cut that whole 18 million hour promo about not being the guy who you've been seeing, and somehow the guy who's two people at the same time didn't realize it.
Yeah. Hey, list you alive over there?
What's his name? What's his name?
Who?
Sean Puff has two characters at the same time. Franklin had a hard time distinguishing the fact that Trevor was that other guy was a different guy and Trevor's another guy. So he attacked Trevor's old person the whole time. If anybody would have understood, it should have been him. Okay. But like I said, it was close enough to where I wasn't even mad. It wasn't like if Sness had lost.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, makes sense. It was a good match, definitely. Let's get into this main event, the FTW title match.
Did I miss it?
A-List is agreeing with y'all. There's a great match, and Master Pop did his thing, and Trevor tried, and I liked it.
Okay.
Yeah. Great commentary, yes. FTW title match, the best of the best match here. All these people involved. Anybody want to take this one? Because I ain't going to start this.
First of all, how long were these fucking promos supposed to be? Was it
3 minutes?
That shit felt like 6 to 12 on most of them.
Yeah. Oh, hold on.
Most of these
You're getting my two-finger salute for this one. Jesus. How do you not put in DB Greatness's promo? Good fucking grief.
I still ain't seen DB Greatness promo from it.
I thought it was supposed to be coming out, and it wasn't that one.
That's
they messed it up again. Like,
biggest problem with this whole thing is now we all have to believe that Hollywood Haywood's promo is better than the one that we didn't see. Still.
So they confused.
It actually sounds like it. That you mentioned.
Yeah, that match was a drag. I'm not gonna lie. The biggest takeaway is that I feel like Franklin Benjamin was robbed.
I don't feel like that.
Ooh.
Why not?
I didn't get to see DB's promo. He might have won this.
I feel like it's very, very likely that I was gonna. I mean, I don't know. I'm just assuming, but based on what I think a DB promo is when DB's trying, I feel like he could have mopped the floor to everybody. I don't think if nobody did anything spectacular. I do feel like the way Haywood presented himself was great, and I loved Haywood's promo enough to say it was better than Franklin Benjamin being Franklin Benjamin. I feel like a lot of the problem with these promos anyway is that everybody is now doing the same, and it's more pronounced now that I've watched 18 fucking multi-man promos in the past 3 hours. Everybody, when they have a multi-man promo, they approach it the exact same way. Let me say something real quick about everybody. And it's always some whack shit because it's not like if I only have to talk personally, if I'm actually trying, because it's rare I want to try in a multi-man match anyway. If I'm actually trying the multi-man match to win and I'm shooting at everybody, I only need one fire line for each person. That shit's about to be amazing. Because I can make one good hard line about how Bobby Braids look like a mop right now. And then I can make a hard line about how A-List looks like he put in too much Jerry curl this morning. Then I can make a hard line about how Crack is balding on the front, on the top, and the sides, but he got hair in the back. So I could do it real quick and just shoot at everybody with one strong line instead of just like, oh yeah, and you're in the match too, but no one cares about you. You're a jobber. And doing that the entire time, it's all you guys are. And then when you guys are in the exact same promos over and over, at this point, you're doing the same promos over and over. And that line specifically is aimed at Buckshot because he literally cut the exact same promo for every multi-man match. And he's in every multi-man match.
He is.
He's in like 7 per month where he's cutting the exact same promo.
Sometimes you run out of things to say too. Like sometimes you just don't really have much to say.
Stop doing so many goddamn promos. You know why I don't run out of things to say? Because I do one match a month. These people are like doing 2-3 matches. Oh, let me go join 18 different feds. Because this is so much fun to me. Now I can cut the same promo over and over. Like, stop Limit yourself. I just had a conversation with someone in my inbox. I was like, how can I get better? Fucking make yourself scarce. Like, I'm not impressed by your promo. I seen that shit last week and the week before, and the week before, and the week before. I'm going off on a different rant from the thing that I need to be talking about. This match pissed me off because it was fucking dry as shit overall. And at one point, Trent was the front runner. And that shit was whack that Trent had said. I was bored and it was long.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
You got a match like that, there's no reason for 7 people to cut a 3-minute promo.
Yeah. Now look, there you go. Just so you see it. Supposedly DB phoned this in.
Well, if DB phoned it in, it was terrible because the DB's worst enemy is DB.
Yes, I'll agree with that.
I literally said this to him like an hour ago.
Yep.
All right. Well, here you go. Let's go with this one at a time here. How do you rank this show? Which one was better here, Foundation or WGP?
Foundation was better just on the logistics. They had it on a better night. They presented it a better flow. They didn't have a main event that was specifically by and for the people that were in it, and that's why I enjoyed it more.
You know, I'm about to say if we didn't all say Foundation, then if we didn't all say Foundation, we're just as bad as the judges who said Sniss was tied with Founding Father.
Which is 2/3 of them.
There we go, folks. Yeah, we'll take Foundation over WGP this month. I'm not sure when we're doing another one because we got one late February, we got one mid-March, so I'm guessing we'll do another Promo Observer.
We'll probably do 2,
March.
I guess, or mid-March, whatever. But this time, I'm going to be on the card, so hopefully WGP is going to turn this around because I do. Although I don't have favoritism when I'm grading these, I do not like fucking losing, especially the Bobby.
Yes, you can't have that shit.
This shit matters to me actually. Like I'm extremely competitive, so I'm not happy about the fact that Foundation just beat the shit out of WGP this month. They did beat the shit out of WGP. We got to turn it around, fellas. Put me in the main event picture.
Definitely. Yes, we'll have this on probably next time. We'll have it on an earlier time than 10 o'clock, but you never know.
Yeah.
We'll find out. I'm Dr. Quack. Thank you, Bones. Thank you, Ryan Balvarez. Thank you, A-List Alverson. We will see you next time.